Dear student, today I am starting chapter 5 of your business study, that is called emerging modes of business. So after studying this chapter, you would be able to understand the meaning of e-business, explain the process of online buying and selling as a part of e-business, distinguish e-business from traditional business, and state benefits of switching over to electronic mode, and explain requirement for a firm's initiation into e-business. Identify major security concerns of electric mode of doing business. Discuss the need for business process outsourcing. Clear? In short, it is also called BPO, business process outsourcing. Clear? Simple means to take out your work from somebody else. And appreciate the scope of business process outsourcing. Clear? So these all are the methods of new type of business prevalent in our country, as you are already using e-commerce website like Flipkart and Amazon for your new type of buying experience. Clear? So I hope you have understood this. So the way business has undergone fundamental changes during the last decade or so. The manner of conducting business is referred to as modes of business, and the prefix emerging underlines the fact that these changes are happening here and now, and that these trends are likely to continue because change is the way of business. In fact, if one were to list the three strongest trends that be shaping business would be digitization, the conversion of text, sound, images, video and other content into a series of ones and zeros that can be transmitted electronically. Second is outsourcing. Clear? And third is internationalization and globalization. So in this chapter, we will be familiarizing you with the first two development. Clear? Digitization, a term from electronics, so of business, also referred to as electronic business, e-business, and BPO, business process outsourcing. Before we do so, a brief discussion about the factor responsible for these two new modes of business would be in order. As you have already experienced the demonetization, so the basic object of demonetization is to remove the unnecessary currency as well as the initiation of digitization, because when demonetization was started, only 22% of the economy was digitized and rest 78% was in cash, clear, or in manual form. Clear? So this was the basic reason for the starting of digitization. So the newer modes of the business are not new businesses. These are rather simply the new ways of doing the business, attributable to a number of factors. Clear? Taxi is going on, say, last 2 centuries in our country. Clear? But the way of doing the calling a taxi or to reserve a taxi has been changed. You are aware that business as an activity is aimed at creating utilities or values in the forms of goods and services, which the household and industrial buyer purchase for meeting their needs and want. In an effort to improve the business process, be it purchases and production, marketing, finance or human resource, business manager and business thinkers keep evolving newer and better ways of doing things. Business firms have to strengthen their capabilities of creating utilities and delivering values to successfully meet the competitive pressure and ever-growing demands of consumer for better quality, lower prices, speedier deliveries and better customer care. Besides, the quest for benefiting from emerging technologies means that business as an activity keeps evolving. This is the basic feature. Clear? Evolvement means new and new mode of doing the business and keep on experimenting with that thing. That is the basic feature of doing any business. So the next term come here is e-business. If the term business is taken to mean a wide range of activities comprising industry, trade and commerce, e-business may be defined as the conduct of industry, trade and commerce using the computer networks. The network you are most familiar with, a student or a consumer, is the internet, whereas internet is a public through way firms uses more private and hence more secure network and for more effective and efficient management of their internal functions. Clear? So e-business is the latest way. Now e-business versus e-commerce. Though many a times the term e-business and e-commerce are used interchangeably, yet more precise definition would distinguish between the two. Just as the term business is a broader term than commerce, e-business is a more elaborate term and comprises various business transactions and functioning or functions conducted electronically, including the more popular gamut of transaction called e-commerce. E-commerce covers a firm's interaction with its customers and suppliers over the internet, while e-business include not only e-commerce but also other electronically conducted business functions such as production, inventory management, producer development, accounting and finance, and human resource management. E-business is therefore clearly much more than buying and selling over the internet, that is commerce. Clear? Now is the scope of e-business. So as we have already mentioned about, the scope of e-business is quite vast. Almost all type of business functions such as production, finance, marketing and personal administration are conducted under the concept of e-business. See, one diagram is given to you. So what does it says? It is showing business to business e-commerce. Clear? Customer, wholesaler, business organization, order processing, website, everything is done electronically nowadays. Clear? So what will happen? Chances of error getting zero, and at the same time faster processing of the goods has been possible through all these activities. So the scope has been rising every day, e-business, because it involves the faster movements of the goods and services from one end to another. Clear? That is why you will see nowadays just at a click of mouse you can get any information about any product, price, dealer and everything. Clear? So almost every type of activities like planning, organizing and controlling can be carried out over computer networks. The other way of looking at the scope of e-business is to examine it in terms of people or parties involved in electronic transactions. Viewed from this perspective, a firm's electronic transaction and network can be visualized as extending into three directions. First is B2B, which is a firm's interaction with the other businesses. B2C, a firm's interaction with its customer, and intra-B, or a firm's internal processes. A brief discussion of various constituents of e-business and inter and intra transaction among them is given below. B2B, business to business. Here both the parties involved in e-commerce transaction are business firm, hence the name B2B, business to business, is given. Like a Maruti company, or very soon Kia company has done an agreement with the JK Tyre for the special type of tire required for Kia Seltos. So though JK Tyre is selling tire to the public also in a retail shop, at the same time they are supplying to different car companies. So when two business entities are doing business, they are called business to business. Clear? So creation of utilities or delivering value requires a business to interact with a number of other business firms, which may be suppliers or vendors of diverse input, or else they may be a part of channel through which a firm distributes its product to the consumers. For example, the manufacture of an automobile requires assembly of large number of components, which in turns are being manufactured elsewhere within the vicinity of automobile factory or even overseas. To reduce dependence upon a single supplier, the automobile factory has to cultivate more than one vendor for each of the component. Similarly, a firm may strengthen and improve the distribution system by exercising a real-time control over its stock in transit, as well as that with different middlemen in different location. For example, each consignment of goods from a warehouse and the stock at hand can be monitored, and replenishment and reinforcement can be set in motion as and when needed. Clear? So historically, the term e-commerce originally meant facilitation of B2B transaction using electronic data interchange technology to send and receive commercial document like purchase order or invoices. Clear? Second is B2C, business to consumer commerce. As the name implies, business to customers, transaction have business firm at one end and its customer on the other end. Although what comes to one mind instantly is online shopping, it must be appreciated that selling is the outcome of marketing process, and marketing begins well before a product is offered for sale. The imagination of the product is done well in advance, and even after a several process of involvement in it, it will turn out to be a product. Clear? So, and continues even after the product has been sold. So B2C commerce therefore entails a wide gamut of marketing activities. Clear? It doesn't mean the selling of the goods. It involves several kind of activities in marketing. For example, even after sale service is required for electronic and car manufacturers. So it involves a wide range of activities such as promotion and sometimes even delivery of the product, example music or films, that are carried out online. E-commerce permit the conduct of these activities at a much lower cost but high speed. For example, ATM speeds up the withdrawal of money. Clear? Nowadays you will see, because of the pandemic, movies are released online, clear, with minimum expenditure. So customers these days are becoming very choosy and desire and individual attention to be given to them. Not only they require the product feature to be tailor made to suit their requirement, but also the convenience of delivery and payment at the pleasure. With the onset of e-commerce, all this has become a reality. Nowadays you will see different type of payment option on e-commerce website, whether you want to make a payment from debit card, credit card, cash on arrival, or so many payment option. Even one several e-commerce website are offering pay later facilities. You can buy product now and pay next month. So these all things are to be designed to tailor suit the requirement of the customers. Anyhow, you have to sell the goods. Clear? So by now you might have formed the opinion that B2C is a one-way traffic, that is from business to customers. But do remember that is corollary. C2B commerce is very much a reality which provide the consumer with the freedom of shopping at will. Customer can also make a use of call center set up by companies to make toll-free calls. See, one table is given. Benefit of e-commerce towards the business organization: expand the marketplace to national and international market. You can see several type of car companies, mobile companies are coming to our country because our population is the world's biggest middle class market. Gradually decline in the cost of operation. If the company start production over here, it is a very cheaper for them. Several companies are using our piece of land as a production hub, like Yamaha and every other automobile manufacturer. Clear? Facilitates full supply chain management. Competitive advantage over the competitors. The moment your cost price goes down, you are easily able to compete with your competitor, because nowadays the biggest problem is of cutting down the cost of production. Proper time management and support business processes. A small firm coexists with the big firms in a win-win situation. Clear? Next is benefit to the consumer and society. Flexibility, competitive price, discounts, waive off, etc. More option and choice and customize products. Quick and time delivery. Digitized products. Employment potential, because whenever any factory comes, you can get a job of 2 to 3,000 people. Government will get a revenue collection of tax collection of 1,000 to 1,500 crore. The facilities, e-auction and e-tenders. And in a business there is one rule that money rotate 10 times. So if any company is coming to your country, they are generating huge amount of employment and giving vendor business, because they are not going to manufacture everything. For example, Kia has come to our country. It's a South Korean company. So Kia is not going to produce or to import everything. From where they are going to buy the tires? They are buying tires from JK Tires. And definitely they are buying several type of the thing from Indian producers, like doormats, clear, ACs, seat covers. They are just bringing the main technology with them. So this is very helpful. Facilitate e-auction and e-tender interaction with the consumer and wider outreach. So e-commerce has provided the entire gamut of facilities to business organization as well as to the customers also. Clear? So both are benefiting and both are at win-win situation. See, one box is given at the end of your page. ATM speeds up the withdrawal of money. So e-commerce greatly facilitated and speeds up with the entire business to consumer processes. Withdrawal of one's own money from bank was, for example, a tedious process in the past. Huge queue I have seen whenever the pensioners are getting the pension, and even you have to withdraw 100, 200 or 500, you have to stand in a queue without the introduction of ATM. One had to go through a series of procedural formalities before he or she was able to get the payment. After the introduction of ATM, all that is fast becoming history now. The first thing that occurs is the customer is able to withdraw his money, and the rest of the back-end process takes place later. Now it is at your choice, your wisdom, your liberty to withdraw the money. So beauty of the process is that one need not set up these all things or to stand in a queue. Clear? You can withdraw your own money at your own convenience at any time, and at the same time you can deposit it any time. Clear? So I hope this thing is clear to you. In the next video we will go with some other